ben yürüyeyim. Orada arasında durayım. Yürüyeyim. Beğendim.
It's
Udu bir şey en en yemeğim o son da duyabilirim.
yes. Now I don't have the text, but yeah, one of the texts that or because I wrote the text and also the melody. The name is Vaya Vaya. It was the time of pandemic, and I during that time the most visited place for me was a zone. The name was Berkeley Rose Garden, very close to the place that we used to live in 2020, and I went there to behold the sunset because it had a very beautiful place for beholding the sunset, and at the same time it was I could, it was the place that I could get a physical connection with my country, because I felt that when it was the time of sunset in California, then the sun is going to depart from this part of the world and illuminate my country. So I was thinking to send lots of greetings through the sun to the country. So it was a very special moment for me every day. And then some awards came to me via, and I don't have the translation now. Maybe I can find it, but I can. But it's very much. It has. You can understand that in a way it's a love expression to a beloved that constantly transforms to homeland, and yeah, it is something like that. And then when I presented it for a Kronos quartet, they loved very much the song and the melody, and we decided to record it. And I remember it was a pandemic and we could not record together, so everybody recorded their parts in their room, and it was arranged by Atabak Eliassi. And then we released it as a single track, Vaya Vaya, and I sang it and I performed it many times with Kronos Quartet. So Vaya Vaya is a deep expression of love to a beloved, constantly transforming into a homeland. Yeah. The translation by great translator Dick Davis. Vaya Vaya, I'll have wings in your air. I'll be a wave in your voice. I'll be a flame in your flickering heat in my cries of wanting you. Bitterly I'll twist in the veins of your vines. I'll be a stubborn cloud in the tears of my grief for you. I'll grow green in my sorrow for your passing years. I'll stay in love in the sun above your mountain tops. I'll be tears in the purity of your streams, at one with my limitless hope for you. This is the translation. And you can find in in Spotify everywhere. And it was a very special. Usually, I don't do the text for myself, but this was one of the rare moments that happened. Most of the melody that I do is for, that the text is by another poet from contemporary or classical.
How do you think when you hear your own voice?
Yeah, um, it's very difficult to to explain about it, but yeah, for me is because it's my my voice is my most important companion in my life, in a way. So it's I don't listen to my voice many times, but not all the time. I listen to other voice, but yeah, sometimes I listen to what I have done from the past, or yeah, it's a special feeling. It's difficult to express. Sometimes when I hear my voice from some years ago, I say, oh, if I sing it now, I can sing it a little different. Because I feel that for me, song is like a living creature. It is something that always you can add things to that, add layers, because when you get your life changes, your landscape changes, so I always think that so I re-sing a lot, very many of my songs that I even record again, because what I have sung, for example, many years ago, it's very different from now, because of age, because of life, because of very many things. So for me, songs are always like a living creature. They are dynamic.
In the for many of you are in any type of the what is your opinion about it?
About you mean about the pop singers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing, some of them, they are doing very nice songs. They are doing important, and also with important messages. For example, one of the songs that had a very important political message, it was Baroye, maybe you have heard.
Yeah.
So it was really something very unique. And yes, I like some of the pop singers in Iran, especially from new generation. Sometimes I hear them, and I see that they are doing very nice stuff, and meaningful.
Yeah. How would you yourself with other people?
It's a difficult question. I don't compare very much myself because everybody has its own, it's, musical expression, or, being an artist is something very individual. So everybody has, I find sometimes some of the musicians that I really, really like, some of the expression I don't like very much, but I respect what they are doing. So, I don't compare very much, but yeah, everybody has. And I think this um, variety of expression um, makes, I think, a better word, because everybody has a different expression and different aesthetic. And yeah, so I think it's very important in art that to be yourself. This is something that I always think so deep about that.
When you live on the other hand, do you get it better than them?
It's Oh, no, some people, it's different. It's different. Some people, they are more specialized in special expression. I am specialized in other expression. Maybe we can get inspiration from each other, but there are some songs, for example, from the old songs that, oh, I really, really love that. Oh, I wish I sang this song first. That there are some beautiful melodies that, yeah, sometimes.
Have you ever felt or would like it for any moment?
Uh, yes, I did. I think, especially when I was in Iran, because it was the time that there were some possibilities in Iran to sing, but without text as a woman. In some, it was like instrument, using your voice like an instrument, mostly just vocal. So I did some. I had collaborated in some when I was in Iran. I don't know, here also. Um, Maybe in future I will do. It depends on movie too, if I can connect to the movie and to the also the music, everything. Yeah.
Let's say that human is me in front of you.
You're
They,
bringing difficult questions.
they, they admit your family pay all of that. No. How would you give you honest judgment?
Honest judgment. Oh, I do, to discourage anybody. Maybe, for example, I don't like a kind of, I don't like a voice, or I don't like expression, but I cannot discourage them. This is very difficult situation.
What your opinion about English and music.
Yeah, they have, in India, it's they have a very, very old and rich and profound music. I think many years ago, I was in Delhi. It was more than 20 years ago, and I had a performance in a festival, and I met Shubha Mudgal. I don't know if you know her. She had very beautiful voice, and we had we sang together, and it was a really wonderful experience. And I think in India, their attitude to music is something else from other places in the world. A very, very respectful attitude to music and musicians. And it has been, I really, really miss to perform in India. They have they are very good listeners.
Do you have any favorite?
Yeah, for example, I liked very much Shubha Mudgal. I like Ravi Shankar. Yeah, very much. And their music is the music, the Indian music, is also very much complex and very much connected to the deep emotion. Zakir Hussain. I like very much Zakir Hussain.
How can someone get into the of music?
I have been all these years, these 3 decades, more than 3 decades of my activities in music. Also, I had a lot of experience of teaching. Teaching has been a very important part of my life. I worked as vocal educator, and so I train many students, and they are in different levels. Some of them they want they want to be um, professional singer. Some of them they just like to know singing for themselves or their the community that they are, or yes, different way. It is something that I have been working on it a lot. And when I was in Iran, I had students, and also when I'm here in California, I have many students, and some of my students, they are not Iranian. So, and they are very dedicated to learn. And this has been a very, very important part of my musical life, to teach. And so I teach mostly the traditional vocal radif and also tasnif, the songs, and voice exercises. And also sometimes I teach my own style of singing to the students.
Some might say you are doing my daily music. And
Um,
we know my are you. Do you the
Yes, especially after I met Eric Hillestad, Marjon and I met Eric Hillestad and the Norwegian record label. I met many Norwegians and also other, Americans or Turkish musicians, and I became involved very much in dialogue-based and interactive musical collaborations. So, and then I met incredible musicians. Sometimes, these collaborations were between, both non-Iranians and Iranian musicians together. And some of them, they were just, for example, non-Iranian musicians. And, we built, we built, it is, all this, because the interaction and the cross-cultural collaboration should really, it's not just playing together and just sitting together and playing, it's not, it's more than that, so we worked a lot. For example, for every project we worked for years to really build a good way of dialogue, because how you can bring this collaboration in an organic way. So it took a lot of time, and of course we had a lot of challenges in the beginning, but now the challenges are less, and the dialogue and the collaboration happens in more organic way. And I have been also very intentional and picky about to whom I work, because it's not just if you are from the same country, because you should have from the same mentality of music and attitude to music, to an open, with a heart open to sensitivity, this is something very important, especially in every collaboration, because it's something very, very special, so yes, I can tell that I have been doing a lot of cross-cultural collaborations with Iranian and non-Iranian musicians.
you you singing in your neck, singing for what bad.
Yes.
I will hope that you put in public in your
Yes, I'm very hopeful, and always, I never, I never leave the hope of performing in Iran. But sometimes I think that if it will never happen in my lifetime, I hope it will happen. But if it does not happen in my lifetime, I'm sure the next generation, they will keep, they will sing, and they will carry the torch, I think. Sometimes you do things for next generations. Many of my students who came to learn singing in Iran, I kept telling them that maybe you don't have the possibility to sing in public in Iran, but what you are doing is something very important, because you are preserving a culture, you are preserving singing, and you can transmit to your children, to your grandchildren, to your to very many people. It's the way that music has been preserved for centuries in Iran. So yeah, I hope it will happen, but if not, I'm sure next generation will have the possibilities.
How do compare in how outside Iran women being able in Iran?
Outside, you want to be able, when I was in Iran, I started singing first in the gatherings, among families, among friends, in literal gatherings, in artistic gatherings, in some private concerts, and um, and of course I had my concerts outside of Iran, my official concerts outside of Iran while I was in Iran. And now, of course, I live in Iran. I wanted to live in Iran, but it became very difficult. From the pressure from the government became a lot. So I was thinking that if I wanted to be in Iran, I should be silent, or so it was impossible for me. So because of this, I decided to move to California, um, and now I live here, and also I sing here, or in many places in the world. So this is very special experience. All I have, the music that I have, the music that I inherited is very much connected to Iran. But I always also like to find a universal sentiment for transmitting it. So this has been always in my, I searched, because I had very many non-Iranian audience that they follow my work. So because of this, I really enjoy, performing among Iranians, non-Iranians, or mixed audience. So, but yes, it is very difficult, sometimes the good thing about art and singing is that you can transform all this longing, sorrow, everything you have, you can transform into your art. So this has been my uh, my whole life work. So yeah, it's a mixed feeling, yeah.
What would be what good in your what is a make it in human?
Yes, I I recommend them if they love uh, they have love and passion for singing. I think they should really, really regard it very seriously. Even, there is maybe there is a really, really challenging path in front of them, but I think it's so important if they continue and they keep, and I really, really encourage them, and to learn seriously, and to be able to express themselves in singing if they have beautiful voice, if they have a passion for this, not only singing, also music, playing music. So I really, really encourage them, and I can do whatever I can for them.
Would you like to share a with our world? då hoppas ben ingen om
Yes, I think the same message that I gave to the Iranian girl who want to learn music in this, especially the music that really, it's not commercial. It is not something that you are doing for commercial, just for commercial. So it's something that you do for the sake of art, for this is all over the world. It's full of challenges. It's when you want to be yourself in your music, in your and not follow the commercial needs. It's always challenging, but I really I hope that anybody who feels that find this passion and love for music, really keep it and continue it. And it's not easy path, but it's so rewarding and fantastic.
I will follow you media I'm app that we are really working in
Fantastic. It's a very good, very easy way. And congratulations for creating this. Amazing. It created a very easy way of communication. Very, and I felt very good. Amazing.
in art that video and come from you.
Okay. Let me see which song. دیده که غمش دیگر بار چکد چون بشد دلبر و با یار وفادار چکد وه از آن نرگس جادو که چه بازی انگیخت آه از آن مست که با مردم هوشیار چه کرد ای برقی از منزل لیلی به درخشید سر وه که با خرمن مجنون دل افکار چه کرد اشک من رنگ شفق یافت ز بیمهری یار طالع بی شفقت بین که در این کار چه کرد ساقیا 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 جام میم ده که نگارنده قی نیست معلوم که در پرده اسرار چه کرد. It was a love poem by Hafiz from 14th century. Iranian poet from 14th century.
The you from my for this and your endeavor so
Thank you, Ananjan, for your very, very important questions and very profound and important questions. I really enjoyed a lot.
bye for now.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you for inviting me.